Hello, welcome to Rimworld Chill. Have some royalty-free music playing here. Yeah, I don't know. Is it good? Is it bad? We'll figure it out. Alright, so Libertarian Accord of West Misdalium. That was the last thing we played, so let's see how it goes. Okay. Heat strokes, low food. We had a man in black. It's our, like, defender zone. So, everyone passed out. Oh, that's right. This is where we're keeping our animals. We grew a plot of rice out there. Schedule. Oh, somebody died. Great. Okay, so that's fine. Body there. Oh, you build the... Nope. Everyone's dead now. So, let's... build some... You know what? Let's just start a new colony. Why not? We're gonna do Crash Landed. It's been a while since we played. We're going to do Cassandra Classic. We're going to do Community Builder. This is the difficulty I like. I think, like Phoebe Chillax. Well, we can do Phoebe Chillax Community Builder. She gives a lot of time between disasters. High difficulty, she'll hit as hard as anyone. So let's try that, right? Let's try Phoebe Chillax, a community builder, which is super normie level, like, I suck at the game shit, but that's fine. This is some ramen tonic that is all green screened out because of the lime and mint. Commitment mode. Do rum is our seed. Why not? Just gonna generate a very normal seed, and we'll see where we get. So let's see. Like this island. This is a temperate forest. Temperate forest, large hills. 40 to 60 of the days. Our growing season. So we could go to this island and just be like completely cut off. We want large hills. Let's make this. Large hills, marble, and slate. This seems fine. Free will. That's what we want. Intimate assassin. Slowpoke. You seem pretty good. I'll put you at the top here. Fast learner, pretty, and quick sleeper. Yes, you're number 2. You are slothful. You are slothful. Jogger, physically sensitive, you're good at shooting. So, we don't have good cooking, but we have good medical and good construction and good shooting, so... Oh, you have an alcohol addiction. What? Let's look at our map. Seems pretty good. Actually, that does seem pretty good. Yeah, okay. I guess our base is over here. So... let's make our home area like here. Some sleeping spots down here. Let's put a stockpile zone up here. Dumping zone out here. And we're gonna just start deconstructing things. But we do have a little growing zone, so that's good. Sure. What is in here? Ancient air conditioner. Ancient lamp. So we can't uninstall the ancient lamp. But we did uninstall the table. Give people orders. Chop all the wood. Find this vein of steel. And it's rice. Oh, wait. Don't look at bios. You're bad at shooting. You're okay at shooting. You're good at shooting. So you are going to get the revolver. You're okay at shooting. You can have the bolt action rifle. You suck at everything. You get the knife. Yeah. These don't need to be hauled urgently. The wood does. Let's see what everyone gets up to. One's gonna be set on anything. Let's see where we go. So I'll have to build walls. Which is fine. We're gonna do that. Got some rice going. Build a campfire over here. Might even give them a work schedule. Give them that classic 9 to 5. You're moving stuff, which is fine. We're gonna try and haul all the rocks out of our home area. Shouldn't be too hard. That'll be nice, because that'll be a source of power later. You're a night owl. So you... 23 to 6 is when you get a bonus, and 11 to 18 is when we want you to sleep. So... 2, 3, 4. Right? 23 to 6, yeah. You get the night owl schedule, you're gonna work 23 to 6. You are a quick sleeper and a fast learner, that's fine. You are a jogger, so you're at least quick. This is... I don't know. Royalty-free nonsense. Who are you? You're from the Harmony Collective and you're not bothering us, so we're not going to worry about you quite yet. Will do. Our guinea pig is dead, and that's okay. replace everything else with concrete. Can't make sandbags. That's okay. Some food. Bacon rice. Simple meal X4. Do forever. Till we have one for everyone. Make the most sense. There's a few items to trade. Worry about that in a minute. Character orders, deconstruct. Who is my best social? Who's you? Let's see what you have to trade. So, medicine, which are things I need. Sure. Makes about as much sense as anything else. Mechanoid slag, I'm not worried about. Which is fine. We're okay on food for right now. And we can replace the outer walls with something else later. don't think we have any good minings. We might not get to mining, but let's see if we can get ourselves boxed in. Hello, Mr. Gigabanana. We just started because it's been a while since we played, and I don't remember where our old colony is at. Well, we played the old colony for a bit, and then like everyone was dying, and I was like, let's start over. So we just started not too long ago. We set up in this corner here, which sometimes ends up being kind of a bad idea, but we'll just kind of roll with it. This is kind of going to become our defense tunnel. Yeah, we got some concrete going down. I've never played Songs of Six. Is that any good? I don't know. This game, I feel like I'm so bad at it, right? Like, I clearly don't know what I'm doing, and I'm not very good at micromanaging. But I love the whole trying to think. I like playing it like a fish tank almost. Like, I almost prefer to watch it develop itself, like an ant colony almost. Like, the more complicated it gets, the more I'm like, ooh, I'm not doing well at this. Okay, there's my rice. Probably build a wooden door to, like, my fertile rice area. Which is fine. We can go out and grab rice as we need it. Yeah, exactly. The kind of broader, like, I don't want to micromanage a battle. I want to pick which province to invade and then let the simulation tell me what happens. Yeah, exactly. You get it. Kinda. This is my rum and tonic, apparently. My problem is always I give my colonists, like, too many commands. So and then nothing gets done because they're too busy doing too many different things. HOI 4. I'm not sure what that is. Normally I'm just playing Dark Souls. Hearts of Iron. See, the strategy game genre is just not a genre I play a ton of. You know? I like Rimworld more for the simulation aspect than necessarily the strategy aspect. But then I play on easy difficulty and still get, like, fucked, and I'm like, wow, what is happening? Let's mine out some chunks here. Smooth surface. So now I'm just giving more orders for no reason. Everyone likes their tea differently, love. Yeah, exactly. Grand strategy where you play as one of the nations in World War II. Yes, I could see where that might attract a lot of people that, like, I probably would want to hang out with in real life. Like, I'm sure there's lots of Hearts of Iron fans who are like, you're like, hey man, I don't really want to hang out with you because you make my Jewish friends uncomfortable. Which is silly to say, because World War II is fascinating, and I believe you can be, like, interested in a thing without necessarily agreeing with it. Like, you can be interested in how World War II Germany, like, came about, and, like, their beliefs, and, like, how they, like, rose to power and what caused that without necessarily agreeing with, like, their ideal. Or even, like, liking the sense of fashion or the aesthetic without necessarily saying, like, yeah, but I don't actually... I don't know, that's how I feel about it, right? You can like these things without necessarily, like, actually believing in them. I'm trying to skirt around the issue and I don't know why. You're like my only viewer who gives a shit. Like, what, is YouTube gonna demonetize me? I don't have any monetization anyway. A Brazilian person called me a failed streamer because I dared to insult his prog rock band earlier today. Which is silly because, like, I was actually defending it, but that's a different story. So my friend listened to this prog rock band, and he went on Twitter and just was like, I hate this. This sucks. And... yeah, exactly. You know, you can be interested in Greek mythology without necessarily actually believing, like, in the real Greek myths, right? Anyway, he hated... he listened to Kings of Crimson. Kings of Crimson or King Crimson? Crimson. Ugh, I can't speak today. And he didn't like it, and he's my bro, so I was like, well, I'm gonna listen to it and see if your hatred is justified. So I figured I would agree with him, and I'd be like, oh yeah, this sucks. Then I listened to it on my drive home, and I was like, I'm kind of into this. I kind of like this. I was like, do I like prog rock? I was like, is this my prog rock era now? So I let him, so I told him, I was like, yeah, man, I like this. And he talked about how he dared to say he didn't like this prog rock band. So now people who speak Portuguese with anime girl profile pictures were getting mad at him. We are getting raided, which means we're gonna go over here. Oh, they'll prepare for a while. So we don't have to do anything right now. Just gotta keep a close eye. I mean, yeah, exactly. Making mistakes is human nature. Yeah, you get it. I don't know, man. When I was 19, I definitely had some shitty beliefs. And part of it, I think, was just... when I was 19... it's like liberal left-leaning was becoming the, like, core culture, which meant being kind of right-wing was becoming counterculture. So definitely like, and that's all area dependent too, but definitely around 1920. And I still hold some right wing beliefs, but I feel like they've softened and shifted back and forth over time. And it all depends on issue and my particular experiences. Oh shit. Need to. Oh, never mind. We're gonna melee attack him to death. Draft him. Absolute monarchies are centrist. I don't actually know. So the problem is I'm kind of a dumb idiot. And I don't know. Absolute monarchies, they seem silly, but are they silly just because I was told they were silly? But then other people tell me, like, no, monarchies are the best. I'm like, are they? Though? Like, the whole American Revolution is because we were like, yeah, maybe absolute monarchies are not what we want. But then, like, was the absolute monarchy really in power when the American Revolution happened? Just left absolute monarchies in the world. Shit. Where is that? Let's see. Hold on. Existing. So, keys. I feel like it's like that kind of transcends like left or right wing, right? You're just at the mercy of whoever. So it exists in 2026, primarily in the Middle East and small states. Saudi Arabia, Oman, Brunei, Eswatini, and Vatican City. With some sources including Qatar and the United Arab Emirates as well. So do you live in Vatican City? I guess that technically is an absolute monarchy. I don't know. I don't know how the Pope figures into that, because then we're bringing in religion. I don't know. I just Googled it, and that was the AI overview. It could be entirely wrong. That's a problem. You Google something now. Okay. I believe you. I mean, I believe you. I don't know. Yeah, that's our wall. Raphael is a miner. Oh, but he's deconstructing. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know if you're the first Middle Eastern viewer I've had, but you're certainly the first to talk to me. The Middle East is weird. It's a weird place. Not like, well, maybe that's not the right word for it. Yeah. I don't know. I've never been there. And everything I know about it is like purely American propaganda. So in my small mammal brain, I know that like even then I'm like, that can't be right. There's got to be more to it than that. But then sometimes I have those thoughts and I'm like, do I not have a small mammal brain? Because I have those thoughts, because I'm not blindly accepting it, but I don't know. I don't know. You'll forgive me if I'm not making sense. This is like my third rum-based drink I've had tonight, which I had two earlier, then I started streaming and drank the third, which kind of gives me a nice, like, freely talking level. So I guess we'll talk about Middle Eastern politics, which is always an issue. Everyone in Arabia belongs to a tribe, which means that most folk will only vote for someone that is from the same tribe as them. That I am learning today, that there are tribal politics in Arabia. Very interesting. Very interesting. And I don't know how to feel about it, because most of my focus is like very, very localized into what concerns directly affecting me. Like, you want to talk to me about the Middle East, the only thing I'm concerned about is like, damn, I pay a lot for gas now because shit's going down. Crackdowns. That's interesting. So somebody came and said you can't be tribally racist and started arresting people for it. I guess. I could be wrong. It's very fascinating. Thank you for just talking about your culture, because that's how we learn about things, is listening to other people. We have some cargo pods. Hold on. Wart? What the fuck am I gonna do with wart? Make beer, I guess. Okay, he's good. Tribal nepotism and increasing prices for certain tribes and such, and yeah, tribal racism wasn't really fun social issue, which is why they cracked down on it. Again, fascinating, because, like, and I can't say this for sure just because I don't watch a lot of news, because it's largely depressing. There aren't a lot of like outlets or sources in America like talking about that, right? Like, I don't know, like, I never read a book. And again, part of it is the American political climate tells us, no, don't talk about those things. Non-white, non-American cultures, like, we have to talk about them positively. And so a lot of the negative aspects of them gets ignored, and then people don't learn about it, and then it becomes an issue. I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot to it, and I am just a dumb, tiny-brained man who does not completely understand it all. Juhiman attack of Mecca. So, like, I'm gonna be honest, I've never heard of that before. And you're telling me it's, like, worse than 9/11. And, like, it's also crazy that like 9/11 is how we gauge how serious something is. Like, is it one 9/11's worth of like, oh shit? And then it's also crazy to be like, there are people in certain parts of the world who are experiencing a 9/11 like every year, and we don't have that many 9/11s in America. We just kind of had the one, and I don't think we've really had anything that's lived up to it yet. And God, I hope we don't. I need a horseshoe spin so that there's some recreation variety. Why don't you make this? There we go. Need food. Around the 90s, and he snuck into Mecca with 200 armed men, took it over from the inside, and then a bunch of people died trying to take it back from him. That's a little bit insane, not gonna lie. And so I can't say for sure that nobody told me about it, but I'm like 90% sure it didn't come up in any of my history classes in high school. Like, this is the first I've ever learned about it. And it's like, oh, okay, so some guy came in with a bunch of people, took over a holy capital. But yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? Shit happens, so then you're like, oh, you need an official paper to come in here now because some guy did it, in the same way that the airports are like, we got to make sure we know who you are, because if we don't know who you are, you could be a terrorist and you could use your butter knife. Ah. I like that I have my auto mod considered very well. That nobody can come in here talking about best viewers anymore. Let's work it out. Oh, you know what I gotta make sure? I gotta make sure my stream says Rimworld Chill. It does. We're good. Just wanted to make sure. Yeah, okay, we've been going 45 minutes. That makes sense. This royalty-free stuff kind of sucks. Part of me is like, do we listen to something else? Let's start a lo-fi Tokyo mix. That seems reasonable, right? We'll see if that gets us in trouble or not. I also keep reaching for the volume knob that doesn't exist on these quote-unquote studio headphones I bought off Amazon. That I knew about, the pilgrimage to Mecca. One time I was working at the mall, and I went to take the trash out, and there was a guy in the like kind of hidden back area with his prayer rug out, praying to Mecca because it was that time of day. And I kind of just, let him do his thing and ignored him because I was like, who cares, right? Like, let him do what he's got to do. Like, clearly he believes it. This is interesting. Yeah, so I presumed he worked in the mall also and needed to do that. And just decided, like, this back area where they take the trash is where I can do it in secret and no one will bother. I don't know if it was secret so much. First house ever built. Let me take this for. Interesting. I didn't know that. Okay, everyone's harvesting oak trees, which is fine. Make parkas, apparently. I don't think we're gonna rough. Well, actually, yeah, I don't need a masterwork longsword. The tribe of Quraysh used to put their totems around it. Paganism was the most popular religion before Islam. Didn't know that. This has become a very educational stream today on Muslim culture. It almost makes me feel bad for drinking because, like, can you drink in Islam? I might be confusing Islam with the Mormons. I can't remember which cultures, well, just because the religion says you can't doesn't mean people in that area don't. I don't know what alcohol is popular in the Middle East, though. Well, there you go. Yes, the religion forbids alcohol, and here I am, some white guy, playing Rimworld and drinking. But I guess I'm not Muslim, so I'm not. Oh, like medical reasons, okay. Like, you can't drink just to drink. But, like, if someone's administering alcohol for a medical, to, like, clean a wound or to put in a perfume, that makes sense. Right? You just can't drink it to drink it. I don't know. The Monk of Independence role is unfulfilled. There is a halal grocery store near me that I haven't been to in a while that I should go to again. Because that's the closest place to me where I can get goat meat. Because goat is tasty and I do like goat meat. There is halal beer and wine. That seems a little strange to me. Because, like, if you can't consume alcohol, then is it non-alcoholic beer and wine? Yes, but then that's just, like, grape juice and soda. Like, I don't know. Why would you drink beer if it wasn't alcoholic? I know that some people do, I think. But usually it's because they're recovering alcoholics. But beer and wine don't taste good. That's the problem. I cannot for the life of me imagining a human being being like, I love the taste of beer, but don't want the alcohol. It's like, no, it doesn't taste good. Maybe it does. I don't know. Wine, I could maybe see because it's made from grapes. It's just grape juice at that point. Food. We need a fridge. Where do we put our fridge? I've never had a date. Or if I have, it's been a very long time. Yes, I know what they are. I've just never had them. Hello, Disaya. Welcome to Middle East Learning Hour with Search Sugar. What am I taught? Not a lot. Islamic history, I don't think I'm taught anything of. Or if I was, it's been so long that I've forgotten most of it, to be honest. You have a date tree near you. Well, that sounds nice. Dates are figs, right? They're dried figs. Am I remembering that correctly? Are they involved with the fig wasps? Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. Most of it's related to the World Wars. Even then, it's probable they taught it to me. I just never... It's very likely I was not paying attention very well, if I'm being completely honest. Let's go to the research screen. So we need to research batteries. Spain and Portugal. I believe you. But yeah, more on Africa than Islam. we're learning a lot tonight. Forgot that people like Rimworld for whatever reason. Just punch the raccoon to death. There we go. Stardeus. Space game inspired by Rimworld. Gibraltar is called Gibraltarique. The Muslims first set foot in Iberia, and the leader of the invasion was named Tariq. That makes sense. Stardeus. I gotta look it up. It's not on a broken starship. So now I gotta open Steam. Go to the store. Deck Builders Fest. That's not good. So I do like a good deck builder. But we're not going to deal with that right now. We want to look up Stardeus. It shows me Stardew Valley. Oh, because I typed in Stardeus. They didn't want to have their trade routes go through our lands for spice and silk. That I believe. There we go, Stardeus. Is it better than Rimworld? I don't know. I'm gonna add to my wish list. It looks like Rimworld. No, it's just another game. Okay. Fair enough. Why don't you build the wind turbine? Build the research bench. Community driven for the most part. I don't know. Rimworld is interesting in that, I don't know, it feels like just some more dumb nonsense I'm playing. Wish I could automate more of it, but it's neither here nor there. Okay, we have a research bench. That'll get us somewhere. To build the cooler. We might be, but I do not remember learning about them. If I did, I was not paying attention. Don't think most Americans are very good at school, if I'm being honest. Put a column here. Like, eventually he'll harvest all the oak trees, right? To build the passive cooler instead. No. College is too focused, right? Like, people learning about that in college are like actively seeking out learning about Arabic Muslim culture. I mean, I guess. I would say that most of my schooling was like pro-colonization in the sense that that's how America came to be. And so public school wants you to do that. Yeah, I don't know. It's been so long since I've been in a school. I could not tell you exactly. What I did and didn't have to learn, or what people have to learn nowadays. What are you doing? Moving inventory. So I'm getting the hiccups now. What do you mean you're relaxing socially? Like, fucking do some shit. Fucking idle around. I could do some hunting. You're hunting the buck. With your revolver. So why wouldn't you be? Oh, now you're hunting the buck. Okay. Oh, now you're resting. Okay. Quite a while, especially during the Islamic Golden Age. I mean, I believe you. I'm sure they taught us a little bit about it, but again, it was very likely that I wasn't paying attention. This guy keeps botching. Construction. What do you mean? I certainly wasn't taught it in high school. So everyone's hungry, and we don't have any food. So this is going well. Cipher description methods were used up to World War II. That I believe. You're just wandering, apparently. That sounds great. He wakes up first. Everyone's starving. He's eating raw rice. And then feeding it to Ryan, who is unconscious. And then he cooks meals. Get him. No. You. Not be drafted. You cannot be drafted. Okay, we're down a colonist. Better that you are a slaver because I don't have the money to afford your slaves. Whoa, thanks for the follow. Did my connection die or did your connection die? My connection says it's fine. Oh, okay. Good. Well, nobody can do anything, so we're already off to a wonderful start. I don't know what's up with my I don't know what's up with my follow alerts. That sometimes they show up and sometimes they don't. And I feel like it's an issue on Twitch's end, because even I look at my Twitch like activity feed, it doesn't show it. So I don't know if it's a like Twitch shadow banning you or something else, but I guess that makes sense. Oh, Raphael's awake. I want Okay, I can afford this slave. There we go. Harmony Collective guy, which disapproves of free will. That's fine. Do all of these. I'm not gonna make you do any of these things because you're bad at them. We might make you mine. Goodbye, Mr. Giga Banana. I hope you'll come by when I play Dark Souls 2 this Saturday. Hopefully you're not purely strategy games, but I appreciate you being here. Oh, I have to change the subject. Oh, I have to talk about mathematics and chemistry of food. Shit. Sorry, I missed your thing. So there's the Maillard reaction, which is when enough heat denatures the protein on a piece of protein, which causes it burning. You can also denature proteins with acid, which is how you get things like ceviche, where they use like lime juice to chemically cook the fish. What am I talking about? Mathematics and the chemistry of food. Recently I learned that when you're browning ground beef, baking soda, I mean, so like it's not cooking, it denatures the proteins, so the fish becomes, the taste and the protein nature of the fish changes from the high acid. That's what ceviche is. You can also mix baking soda, like a little bit of baking soda, into your ground beef when you brown it, because the ground beef changes the pH of the proteins, and by doing so causes them not to bind as tightly, so they don't squeeze as much liquid and water out of them, so they stay juicier, which also makes them brown better, because the energy going into the ground beef is no longer being put towards evaporating the water that's squeezing out of it. It's actually denaturing the proteins and creating the Maillard reaction. I wish I knew more, or I wish I could explain it better. Okay, yeah. I don't know, I just like to cook. Cooking's fun. My Instagram always has pictures of meals I've made. I forget what it's like to have people actually watch me stream on Twitch. A lot of times I just stream and no one shows up, and I just kind of accept it and move on with my life. Slave is doing his thing. There we go. Production. Electric stove. You can mine. He's over there and we're over here. I mean, I'm sorry, Vlad, but we're like dealing with our own shit right now. I don't know. Is butter the thing people mention? I don't know a lot about butter. I mean, like, I guess I know as much as, like, an average person, but I've never thought of it as, like, chemically interesting. Right? It tastes good, and it's a fat, so it fries food. And again, that all just comes back to Maillard reaction, right? Like, I use butter a lot every day. I have a nice cast iron skillet. It helps bind stuff to other stuff. I didn't know that. I know that mayonnaise, because it's already emulsified, is very useful when you want to make an emulsion of something else. Like if you use a little bit of mayonnaise. So like, whenever I make German potato salad, I will mix bacon grease and a little bit of mayonnaise and some vinegar, and then whisk that very thoroughly, and you end up with a very nice, creamy bacon fat vinegar dressing that then coats the potatoes and tastes very, very delicious. That's why mayonnaise is such a popular, like, dressing component, because it lets you mix oil and vinegar together. I presume butter could do the same thing, but that's, in my mind, that's not what I use butter for a ton. We're already not doing very well in this colony. And part of it is I keep getting distracted. So I'm not keeping up with the pace. Building spike traps. Ryan is hauling things. Doing a good job building spike traps, I guess. I know. I'm trying not to starve, Raphael, but actually, I guess now that we have a working fridge, we can hunt a bunch of these deer. Small game. Eventually the buck will die. There we go, and that will get us food, maybe. We're getting there. We're getting there. Oh. Can lower to freezing temperatures. He just builds things, which is also fine. There you go. Please trade for bulk goods. food. So at least for the next hour or two, and then I'll have to go to bed. Do I use mods? Yes. Don't know how to get the full mod list, but as far as the options, these are all the ones that show up in the options menu. Adaptive storage, allow tool, auto priorities, animal behaviors, common sense, frame rate control, hugs lib, free will settings. Free will is probably my favorite, because that lets them pick their job duties themselves without having to like micromanage what each colonist does, which I'm sure results in a suboptimal colony, but it works. Pick up in all, prison labor, realistic rooms, slower tick rate, blah blah blah. I do use mods. I feel like that's part of the Rim HUD. Let's go to the workshop. Rim HUD. There we go. Probably not the Russian one. The subscribe button. So then Steam will auto download it for me. See how far we get. Make sure none of my children are making noise. They don't appear to be. Sometimes I have to take my headphones off and make sure my son hasn't woken up in the middle of the night to bash his head into his headboard, because that's what he likes to do. My children have autism. It's very difficult. Minimal changes, just more info, color-coded. Better look overall. It sounds good. I don't know. I always like mod recommendations. Alright. Everyone's going on a tantrum. Why are you going on a tantrum? You're psychically sensitive. Oh. They don't like slaves. Well, you're gonna have to deal with it. Alright. Yeah, you can be our monk of independence, Raphael. That's fine. You seem to be the most suited for it. your premise in. Yeah, have a good night or day or whatever time it is where you are. Like, I don't know how much longer I'll be streaming. Usually I stream East Coast evenings. But yeah. I hope you come back in. Oh, easy. I know, right? It is late night for me. So, I definitely yawned. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, shit. I'm yawning again. Okay. We lean back and relax. Is this being green screen? I don't know. Have a good night, man. Ugh. On God, we'll go till midnight East Coast time, and then it'll be time to call it a night. I am falling asleep on stream. Super interesting, right? Oh. We have a new recruit. Legion of Holiness disapproves of free will. You do not get free. At least go somewhere where something interesting is happening. There we go. You're building. You're being whatever it is you do.
Let's go.
We are falling asleep. I don't know if we'll make it much farther past the 2-hour mark, to be honest. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Excuse me. Hey, Aria. What you doing? You here to bother me? This in about 12 minutes or so, 30 minutes or so, we might call it quits. I am starting to pass out, which means nobody wants to watch this. Yeah. cameras off a little bit. Oh, there's a raid. Oh, they're already dead. Okay. That's how badly. Alright, maybe it's time we fell asleep. Good night, everybody.